What's good, Courtney?
Hey everyone, it's Courtney and Jeremy with Reckless Cards.
If I could make a deal with God.
Run up the hill. I'm not gonna sing. I've lost my voice from being in Atlantic City.
I can understand that there's a buzz and energy to be back in Michigan.
Yes, this is the happiest I've ever been to leave what was supposed to be like a quasi vacation and come home.
Yep. Big ups to Atlantic City. I will put it like this. That beautiful northeast paradise put a lot of things in perspective, and I just appreciate the loved ones around me.
Yeah, I will never leave my house again if the options were stay home forever or go to Atlantic City.
Yep. Count me in to be a homebody.
Yes. So we went into the National with the plan to not buy. And if you watch any of our previous videos or anything about what we were talking about, there wasn't like this big drive to go buy. We wanted to see our friends that we don't get to see in real life, go to trade nights, whatever. We're going to do this is going to be like a quick recap of what we picked up, but I'm telling you, the show was awesome. It was hard to do deals because not only was there no Wi-Fi, I had no cellular service and no data, nothing. So it did make doing deals a little harder, but the deals that we did were 1,000% worth it. And I'm very excited to show off what we got.
Yeah, we spent the first couple days doing what we do, talking, asking questions, seeing what was available. We did think that there might be a slim opportunity to pick up one card. That actually came to fruition, and we'll share that in the next video. But when we got there, we recognized quickly that there was an awesome booth in the middle of the show dedicated to Courtney's favorite thing. She loves it more than me. She loves it more than the kids. She loves it more than the dogs. Stranger Things.
Yes. So I did say in any of the previous videos that we talked about what we were going to do that I've been sort of big into Stranger Things cards lately. I'm very late on the train. I ripped my first hobby box of season 1 the day before we left for the National.
Literally 6 hours before we left. She couldn't sleep. Her and Amelia, Little Reckless 06, were ripping Stranger Things. And Courtney set the high on the market at $500 a hobby box.
Yes. So I'm still, out there buying them. I definitely am, really, really into it. This is something for a while I haven't been as passionate about anything, I don't think, as these cards. So when I got to the show and I knew that Zerocool had a Stranger Things setup, I did not realize the extent of it until I got there. And I walked up to the booth and realized that they are doing drops twice a day where you can get a single pack. And they were only for the first 50 people in line. It was supposed to be more, but the shipment for the show didn't show up, and then somebody walked away with 2 of the boxes.
Whoa, something was stolen in Atlantic City?
I know, it's crazy. So at a card show in Atlantic City, because nothing is ever stolen at card shows, and nothing is certainly ever stolen in Atlantic City.
I don't buy it.
No. So you get 1 pack, you wait in line for hours, literally hours. You get 1 pack of cards, and in that pack there are 2 cards. Occasionally, I was told there are 3 cards if you get a redemption. There were 11 redemptions that were going to be given out at the show in these packs during these drops.
So each day, 2 drops, 10:30 and 2:30.
Yes. So I was very lucky that I had a dealer. We had dealer badges, so we got in early. So I was able to get in line pretty easily for the morning ones. The last drop that we went to, there were only 25 packs, and even the super VIPs were the only ones that were able to get in time to get into these drops. So that kind of sucked for people, and I get it, but I'm super grateful that I was able to do it. I waited in line for hours for these cards.
Yeah, I think for each drop, 2.5 to 3 hours waiting in line. So as everybody's rushing and killing themselves to get to BGS and PSA, Courtney's punching little kids, knocking over stands, hitting showcases to get to the Zerocool line.
I did. I got in line. One day I actually even ended up first in line, which was really crazy to me. But it was like pandemonium. Every single day people were waiting wrapped around the booth. It was the lines were longer than they were at Tops, at SGC, at PWCC. It was unlike anything I was expecting. I did not think that people were going to be this hyped about it. So I waited. I made it to 4 drops. So I got a total of 8 cards, but then a very generous man gave me a couple of his cards that he didn't want. And I was super lucky with that. So I came home with 11 cards.
And Courtney's about that life because eBay, we get the notifications for things that we're watching. My phone goes off every 3 seconds for a Stranger Things, somebody sending us an offer, somebody declining Courtney's offer. She's wheeling and dealing out there on the interwebs.
I am. So if you have them and you're looking to sell, definitely slide into the DMs because I am a buyer. I'm going to show what I got. I got 11 cards. There was I think only a handful of other people that were there every day. And only a couple of people that had more cards than I did. By the end of it, the whole staff knew me. They were like, "Hey, what's up, Courtney?" when I get there. And they gave me bags, and I picked up some of the other cards that they dropped. They had a Dune drop and a Clerks 3 drop. And Kevin Smith even did a live Zoom from the Zerocool set, which was super cool. He was answering questions for the crowd and stuff. So it's really neat what Zerocool is doing, and I know the Jackass cards were pretty popular and the V Friends. So I think the Stranger Things will be the next big set that they're doing. I don't see the Dune and the Clerks 3 ones being anywhere near as popular just because there was no wait for those. You could literally walk through anytime and you'd get them.
I will say that our days, we had a lot of business to attend to. So when Courtney decided that, hey, 5-6 hours each day at the show, I'm going to allocate to Zerocool, which means a lot of our business is going to be carried into the after hours. It was a testament to how excited and how much of a true hobbyist and collector she really is.
It was fun too because you would wait in line. You'd get your literal two cards in the pack, and then everybody would sit in the Zerocool thing. And I'm gonna add pictures and stuff to the video so you can kind of get an idea of what all this looks like. There was this big purple and black room where they had outlets where people could sit and charge their phones. There wasn't a lot of seating in places, so it was really nice to have these. It was almost bleacher type area where you could sit and just chill. And when we did that, after everyone would rip, if you were in the front of the line, you could sit there and watch everyone rip, and then we would trade cards, which was oh, I got duplicates of this one, what are you missing? And everyone was trying to build the set. So it felt like a really genuine, fun, back to the basics of collecting sort of feeling, where everyone was really excited. You got your cards, you opened them up. And there was a few cards that were more valuable where I watched a guy trade 4 of the lesser cards the Miss Wheeler and Erica and Robin, even though I think Robin's such a badass, but
he traded down.
He traded 4 cards for 1 Vecna, which as far as I know, the print run on all of them is the exact same. So it's not any of them are more or less valuable or more or less rare. So for me, I had I had 2 Nancys and I needed Miss Wheeler and Lucas and some other ones. And it was the last day and we were getting ready to leave. So I really wanted to trade that Nancy card for a card that I didn't have in the set. So I traded a Nancy for a Miss Wheeler. And Nancy is selling for $150 on eBay right now. And Miss Wheeler's only doing $80. But I didn't even care because I don't need Nancy. I need Miss Wheeler. And it's a lot easier to just have it in hand than it is to try and buy them in the aftermarket.
The thing that this reminded me of is when I was a kid and CDs were a big deal.
Yes.
And now I'm dating myself because I lived during the era of Discmans and CDs. When there was an album that we really wanted, we would go to Tower Records the day before it would release, and we would wait in line until midnight, oftentimes for hours, to buy the album when it dropped at midnight.
Yep.
And to see people sitting in line for hours for a ticket they spent a lot of money, for a cost that they incurred to get there, to stay at the beautiful, luxurious resorts that make up the beautiful Atlantic City, to wait in line to get 2 cards speaks to the pop culture phenomenon that is Stranger Things. And you're like, Jeremy, you're speaking pretty passionate about it. You might be curious. Are you going to watch it? The answer is absolutely hell no. I have 0 interest in this show, but I love the Court, and I'm supportive of her passion. And so I'm excited to see these cards.
All right, so let's get into it. This is Will is one of 18. There's 18 in the set. Again, I only have 11. I have a hopper coming, but the backs of each of the cards are different. They match the character. So at the beginning of season 4, Will was in California hanging out at the Surfer Boy pizza place with his brother and Argyle. So that's the back of his card. Then you have Murray. Actually, these are out of order. Then you have Steve, Big Steve.
Stever.
Sexy Steve.
Nothing
He's
sexy about Steve.
4, and he's a Dem Bat Slayer, which a couple of the backs are the same, but they go with the characters. Steve is number 4, so before him, I believe, is Eddie and Joyce. I don't have the list up in front of me, but I will put that out. I have the list in order. Then Nancy is number 5, and she's a Demo Bat Slayer. I think it's sort of telling that they have Steve and Nancy together.
Are they a couple?
They were in the first couple seasons, and then they weren't, and she's with Jonathan, and Jonathan isn't by her, but all the other couples are together in the series of these cards. So I thought that was interesting.
This guy would not babysit my kids.
Murray speaks Russian. He is a black belt in karate. He beat up Russians with his bare hands.
Karate.
He is like a super badass, and he's one of my favorite characters in the show. I really like his card. The back is Yuri's Fish and Fly, and if you saw his crazy house, and then everybody remembers poor sad Yuri. I like it. He is number 6, so I'm missing 7 and 8, which I believe are Lucas and Max. Again, I'll have the checklist. I'll post it up on the video so you can see it. This is 9, which is Vecna. And I'm not the only one that felt this way. I heard a lot of people talking about, like, considering this was one of the cards that everybody was, like, hardcore trading for, and, like, the one that everybody wanted, it's really dark. Like, in person, I think it looks slightly better, and it's Vecna. The back, I think, is cooler than the front with the house, and the upside down kind of look, but not the upside down because the house is put together here.
And an ominous tree.
Yes. So I thought they'd do a clock or something. I don't know. But this is a card that everybody was wanting. You could trade like 2 or 3 cards for this one card. So I was really excited to get this one. Before I left, I wanted to get 11, Vecna, or Eddie, because those were the ones that seemed to be, just the ones everybody wanted. I was a little surprised they didn't make him 1, because 11 is 11 in the series, and, everyone knows Vecna is 1, so I don't know why they didn't make him 1. I didn't understand that. I wonder if there's, like, a correlation between Will being, like, connected with Vecna and him being 1. I don't know. And then we have Little Miss Erica being 10. These are the coolest backs. This is the same back that Eddie has, the Hellfire Club. I love this. It's so cool. And then Erica.
Every time Courtney would get in line for one of these drops, my job was to bring her water, to bring her food, to make sure that she remained nourished.
Yeah. I would text him, I need water, or please. You can't get out of line. If you get out of line, you lose your space. You can't hold things. They would give little tickets, and I'll post a picture of the ticket in the thing too. They would give you, people are selling the tickets, the wristbands. It's crazy. I have all of the colored wristband. I have all the colored tickets and the wristband. I need a redemption card, and then 7 more cards.
I would get messages like water, period, bitch, period, now, exclamation point. And then I would run from 400,000 feet away and bring my lovely wife what she needed so she could power through her long wait.
So then Dustin is number 12, so I'm missing 11.
His hat looks very similar to the free swag we were giving away at the old National there, Court.
The power of my passion for this is that I was asked to do I wasn't asked. I was offered the ability to do a live hobby night school from the women of the hobby, and they were like, "Oh, you can bring stuff to give away." And I'm like, I'm going to get hats made that look like Dustin's but had the Reckless Card logo on them, and they were such a wild hit. Everybody loved them so much. I felt like super proud of those hats. I saw people wearing them all over the show. Lots of kids liked them. They were really cool. I thought it was cool that he had the Demo Bat Slayer, especially with the way things ended up with Eddie. It was so sad. And I didn't know if they were going to give him the Hellfire or the Demo Bat back. So it could have gone either way. So I thought that was sort of telling that was the most important thing that they felt for Dustin was, the end there with Eddie. Then we have Miss Robin.
Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson.
She is number
Oh,
14.
she's a slayer for sure.
She was for sure a slayer. She is awesome. She's such a little badass. She was like, I feel like they really dove deeper into her character this season, and this card is just an expression of that, in my opinion.
I'm excited about this one because I know this person.
Yes.
This is Dale's son from King of the Hill.
He is not. This is Argyle.
Damn it, Dale, if it gets 1
the
degree
Surfer
hotter.
Pizza. He drove the Surfer Pizza truck. He worked there. Fun fact, if you call the Surfer Pizza number that's on the truck, it will go to Surfer Pizza. So there's a little show tidbit for you. He was also on another Netflix show, American Vandal.
He looks like he has very soft hair.
His hair is gorgeous. Luscious, thick locks of beautiful hair. And his character was one of my favorites on this season. I feel like people were not like super into this card. They weren't. He was one that you could trade like his card and Erica and Mrs. Wheeler and get like one bigger card, which surprised me because I found him to be so integral to the storyline. So I don't know. People are finicky. And then we have Mike. He isn't by 11, and they're a couple. So maybe the whole Steven Nancy thing is not a thing.
I read a report that he's going to die.
Did you really?
No, I have no idea.
Oh.
I don't know who any of these people are. Fun fact, if you call the number on the back, you will in fact get Surfer Bar Pizza.
Surfer Boy Pizza.
Oh.
So Mike is 17 of 18. Amelia cannot stand this character.
Amelia's a good kid, so therefore
really
I do not like
doesn't
this
him.
guy. He's a turd.
I think the way that he was like disrespectful to Hopper in season 2 was what did it for her, because she really likes Hopper, and he was like sort of a little dick to him there. And then the beautiful Miss Wheeler, which I was surprised that they added her. I feel like there was in Hawkins High School. I don't know. This card feels like they were just like, oh, we need an 18th card. Who are we gonna put in the set? I think we could have done better. I think Owens would have been a better one, or, even Papa. And I'm not sure. They could have had another villain.
Do better, Netflix.
They could have even done like a demo. It's not Netflix. This one was Zerocool.
Do better, Zerocool. Not off to a good start. Courtney's angry, therefore I'm pissed off.
And nobody wanted this one. This was a card where everyone was like, oh, we just need this to complete the set. Nobody, like, a lot of people were talking about why they didn't understand that she was even in the set.
So you should scoop them all up. That way nobody else can complete the set.
I would never do that. That's the thing, is we were trading. I had, I actually traded a Nancy for her. I had 2 Nancys, and I needed Lucas, Max, Mrs. Wheeler, Hopper, and Eddie, and 11. I know I wasn't going to get an Eddie or an 11 for a Nancy. Like, nobody would make that trade. They're not dumb. So I was like, it was time to go, and this person had a Miss Wheeler, and he was willing to trade for the Nancy because he didn't have that. And I made that trade straight up, even though, Nancy's were selling or going for like 150, and these were only going for like $60.
You were looking out for your fellow Strangelos.
Yeah, those Strangelos. Yes.
Whoop,
whoop. Whoop. So it was so fun. It had this like real genuine hobby feel. Everybody sat right down, and not everyone, because obviously you're seeing packs on eBay that aren't ripped, but the majority of people would sit immediately down and rip their packs, and then we'd all sit there. Zerocool was handing out free penny sleeves and top loaders.
Nice.
So you got your penny sleeves and your top loaders. You were top loading and penny sleeving your cards, and then everyone was trading. It was really exciting. I literally got to know about 6 people that were there every day, where I felt like I knew them, and we exchanged information, and now we're like Instagram friends, all because of these Stranger Things cards. And I feel like it was, in a long time, this event particularly, so super well done by Zerocool. Like, I can critique the cards or say what I would do differently. I didn't design them. Like, I'm not anyone.
Nobody likes a Monday morning quarterback.
No,
Courtney.
exactly. I'm not an armchair quarterback or armchair coach or whatever you call that. Keyboard warrior. I'm not being that. What I can say is that I was so highly impressed with like the excitement that we were feeling, the way that people were so passionate. It felt more to me like a hobby experience than I've had in a really long time when it comes to just being really excited about what I was doing. Not just like, how much is this card worth, or you know, do you want to trade this for this much and money? Like, none of it. It didn't, like, there were people obviously buying. There was this one guy, man, he was like $100. He just like was whipping out $100 bills and buying up everything that people didn't want. So it was really cool. And I like big ups to Zerocool and all that for putting this on, because I think that at the whole national, my experience, this was my favorite part. Besides
being with me.
I didn't even get to see you because I was at the Zerocool thing and you were off spending all of our money.
No.
And I think on that note, I'm going to end this and we'll make the video so you can see what Jeremy was spending all of our money on while I was waiting in line for free cards.
Unbelievable. Where can the young kids follow us, Courtney?
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok,
Whatnot
Twitter.
Network, TikTok, Discord.
We are everywhere. eBay, you name it, Reckless Cards. Twitter, it's reckless_cards, but you can still search Reckless Cards and find us because we're not shadow banned.
Yet.
Yeah, well, Jeremy's in charge of that, so it's only a matter of time. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you have a lot of fun, and I hope that you get into Stranger Things cards. So
go to Atlantic City right now. Book your trip.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do it. No.
Do it. Spirit, whoop whoop.